Hey guys, Boing Lure's pro staffer and high school bass fisherman Ethan Shaw here. In the basement, the fishing room, tinkering with some stuff, doing whatever I can to keep from getting cabin fever. We all know what it's like, right? I mean, February, March rolls around, the ice is not off the lake, and you start going a little stir crazy. I want to talk to you a little bit about my favorite kind of top fishing, which is topwater. Topwater is one of the most explosive, most exhilarating ways that you can possibly fish for a bass. I want to go over kind of like the basics, the technique, the different lures I use, and what equipment I use. First off with lures, I use two different categories when it comes to topwater type baits. I've got a popping category, and I've got more of my walk the dog category. When it comes to popping category, there's two different types of baits I use. I use a walking popper, whether it's a P70 popper or a little Zell pop as we have here. Something that's got that really easy side-to-side walk the dog motion. Colors can vary to whatever you please, whatever your forage is. The other is just a basic chugging type bait, you know, like a Storm Spit and Walk or the old Popar here by Rebel. The difference between these two, the Popar I work with just a steady chug motion, while the walking Popar I use more around late summer. Fish are a little bit more active. You just got to do whatever the fish tells you to do, pretty much. Late summer is usually when I find this most effective, though. The other category is the walk the dog style of the baits. This is where the Boing Lure, the deadliest walking bait on the market. There's two types. There's the G1 and the G2. The G1 is your standard spooked type bait. You know, it's got that narrow profile. It's a big bait. You know, you can hurl it out there a good distance. It's got that tapered back end, the black nickel treble hooks. All the baits are custom painted by Dwayne Beatty at Baitworks. This is, you know, on big flats or up shallow in the grass. That walk the dog lure, this gets the call. Whenever there's a little bit more chop on the water, or whenever, say, it's a little bit cloudier and the fish need a little bit more action in order to get them to bite, I go to the G2. The G2 is a cup face here, but I don't use it as a popper like I do the Zell pop. I use it as a standard walk the dog bait. It just gives it a little bit more of a profile and a little bit more action with that chugging. It's got the same bowing sound as the G2 does, or as the G1. Same bait colors and everything. Some just amazing bait colors and details as you can see on these baits. I mean, Dwayne Beatty does an amazing job on these. Equipment to use, though, I've seen people throw the kitchen sink at it. You can throw a whole bunch of different stuff, but what I've narrowed it down to is shallow water topwater rod and a deep water, or say a long distance topwater rod. The shallow topwater rod is usually going to have monofilament, somewhere around 12 to 14 pound mono, and it's going to be more of a medium action rod. This one here, this is a Denali custom crankbait jadewood rod. It's a very light rod, very light action. It absorbs the bite really well, especially when they're hitting at close distances. I am allowed to make a little bit more tighter casts, a little bit more accurate casts, say around boat docks, grass, stumps, whatever. So that's what I use there. The other one is also jadewood. This is a 7-foot. This is a worm and jig rod. It's a 7-foot heavy. That I'm usually going to throw 40-pound braid on. This is for throwing at schooling fish, big flats. You know, even if you just have spookier fish, you just need to get the bait out there farther. Clear water presentations. That gets the call. Check Boing Lures out at boinglures.net. Get the cabin fever out. Don't squander in the pit of sorrow, despair, of ice water fishing. It doesn't cut it. Get a Boing Lure.